Okay, welcome back. This is for August 22nd, 2024, Algebra 2. I'm going to go over real quickly what week 1 and week 2 was about, just so you have an idea of what you should have learned these past 2 weeks. First thing was solving systems, linear systems, by 3 ways: substitution, elimination, graphing. We did not go over graphing because this is the easiest one. You should have learned all of this also in Algebra 1. So this was only supposed to be a refresher. I know that some of us did struggle, because once we got into 3 equations, that's where it got a little more difficult. With the 3 equations, the method was supposed to be the Gaussian elimination. This is very difficult. So please do some research, find videos that could help you understand the Gaussian elimination a little bit better. Today we'll cover some calculator tricks to make it easier, but still you want to learn the Gaussian elimination on your own time. After the Gaussian elimination, we went to graphing inequalities. For the solution set. Some of us did very well on that one. Some of us still need additional practice. Don't forget that we have tutorials coming up next Thursday from 3 to 5. Just fast forwarding through these notes that we should have covered. 1 second. After the solution set, we revisited systems. Of 3 equations. And the push was substitution method. Again, this is connecting back to the Gaussian elimination in some sort. These 2 pieces are very similar, and today we're going to make it a lot easier using the calculator. So please be patient, because we're about to go with this. And then yesterday, we started our introduction into matrix equations. And with matrix equations, we did addition, subtraction, and multiplication. Okay. We're going to move on to Part E. Part E is pretty straightforward, in my opinion. I'm going to go as slow as I can go so that we don't have any type of confusion. So use the matrix multiplication. So we're multiplying to determine whether 2 matrices are inverses. Explain your reasoning. Quick notes off to the side, please. When we have inverses of each other, our 2 by 2 matrices will be inverses of, you zoom in, I got you, will be inverses of each other when the new matrix is 1, 0, 0, 1. Also known, and we've done this before, known as the identity matrix. Long story short, we're going to multiply these two matrices. If it gives me 1, 0, 0, 1, that means it's an inverse, so we're good to go. If it does not, then we give a brief exclamation, hey, it didn't work because I did not get 1, 0, 0, 1 as my product. Okay. Don't forget, when we multiply, we need to make sure that the 2 by 2's match the second column. The column of the first matrix and the rows of the second matrix match. In this case, we got 2 by 2, so we're good to go. This is a 2 by 2, 2 by 2. Column matches the row, looks good. The new matrix is also a 2 by 2. Okay. Gonna go very slowly. So we're gonna multiply R times S, which is the matrix R, -1, -2, 3, 4, times 2, 1, -3 over 2, -1 over 2. I do not mind doing the extra step of writing out what column and what row are multiplying times each other. Don't forget, we're doing rows times columns. For example, row 1 times column 1 for the first integer right there, or first value. Row 1 times column 2. Row 2 times column 1, because we're still in the first column. And then row 2 times column 2. And then I'm going to rewrite it all the way over here. This is going to be a little work. So I'm going to get row 1 times column 1. Row 1, so I have -1 times 2 plus 3 times 1. I'm going to do row 1, column 2. Row 1 times column 2. -1 times -3 over 2 plus 3 times -1 over 2. And then now we're on row 2. Row 2 is -2 and 4, and then going against the columns one more time. Row 2 times column 1, starting with -2 times +2 plus 4 times +1. Now I'm doing this corner one, row 2 times column 2, so -2, 4 times these fractions. -2 times -3 over 2 plus 4 times -1/2. And we're almost done, because after we do all these operations, we are hopefully going to get the identity matrix of 1001. Just to save myself time, I am going to use a calculator. I always like to reset my calculator. I'll do some notes on that in a little bit. I'm going to do this first piece right here. Parentheses -1 times 2 plus 3 times 1 gives me 1. Good sign so far. Doing all this fraction junk right here. Parentheses -1 times, fraction is math, fraction, -3/2 plus 3 times math, fraction, -1/2. Hopefully it gives me 0. Looks great. So we're getting closer to seeing the identity matrix. Doing the bottom left, that should also give me 0. -2 times 2 plus 4 times 1. 0 looks good to me. And the last one should give us 1. -2 times math. Side. Okay, -3/2 plus 4 times math, side, fraction, -1/2. Should give me 1. Beautiful. And there we go. This is good to go. So yes, the two matrices R and S are inverses of one another. If you need to rewatch the video, this is going to be posted in Schoology, so make sure you rewatch it to go through the process. You are in charge of doing numbers 2. Let me double check. 2, 3, 4. Just be careful with 4 because of all the fractions. 1 second. Make sure I didn't miss nothing. And then number 5 is yours. This is just a 3x3. And you know what? I'm going to help you out here. Let's cross off number 6 because it's going to be too complicated. And I'm also going to help you out with making sure we know what we're supposed to do. So your identity matrix, when you finish multiplying everything, should be the 3x3, 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. Oh, I always forget to move it over, sorry. Identity matrix 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. So when we multiply these two matrices, we want to have this as our final answer to say, okay, yes, they are inverses of one another. Okay. Gonna go over real quick of positions just to make sure we're doing okay. Row 1 times column 1, row 1 times column 2, row 1 times column 3, row 2 times column 1, row 2 times column 2, row 2 times column 3, row 3 times column 1, row 3 times column 2, row 3 times column 3. So remember, these are all a value. You're going to do a lot of multiplication and addition. This is just an outline for you to make sure you're going one piece by one piece. Remember, your answer should look like this. Cross out number 6 because it was getting too complicated. I'm going to stop right here. This was section E. Going to section F in the next video.